Now I've had my breakfast and we've had our compulsory morning Mario Kart game. It's time for me to start working. Here I'm making notes on the subject matter, the Herbig Harry 4647 object. And this really helps me understand the subject, which in turn informs the painting. My paintings are influenced by a reference photo and research. The research sort of, tells me, do I want it to seem energetic? Should there be some kind of strength to it? Do I want it to feel a bit intimidating, or does it have a softness to it? It informs the sort of more abstract side of the painting. And the reference photo obviously helps dictate the shape a little bit. And I pick out important parts of the image as well that I want reflected in the painting. I really love this fan brush. It's one of my favourite brushes. All the different shapes you can make with it. These really beautiful streaks that you can see here. But it's also my favourite brush to splatter paint with. It makes a very nice splatter pattern. It's one of my most used brushes. Time for lunch. The good thing about working with wetter paint is that I'm less likely to forget to eat because I already have to wait for it to dry. So every time there's a pause and I have to wait for something to dry, I can check in with myself and go, am I hungry? Am I not? Should I eat? Because sometimes I get so absorbed in the painting that I forget. Apologies for my dancing in these clips. I'm no longer listening to a space podcast. I'm now listening to music. And I did have to skip through an embarrassing amount of just me dancing for this portion of the video. But who doesn't love dancing to some good tunes? See, I've stopped dancing here because I have to concentrate really hard on keeping a steady hand. I don't have a naturally very steady hand, so I don't think I am here, but you'll often see me holding my breath. I also hold my breath a bit for the paint pouring, as you can see here. This actually went in exactly the place I wanted it to. That almost never happened. But I quite like that about this process. It's exciting, and sometimes the mistakes can be my favourite parts. And yeah, it taught me to be more okay with a lack of control. this paint pouring sort of signifies the end of my painting day, which is quite nice. Like mentally, it's kind of handy because it helps me switch off. But it's also frustrating if I would have liked to have continued painting, because it forces me to stop. Because of course it takes 24 hours or so to dry. So yeah, it can be frustrating if I don't feel ready to stop painting, but I have to, and there's nothing I can do about it. The painting process has definitely taught me patience. I'm just having a small reading break. I'm reading A Brief History of Time at the moment. I am enjoying it, but I do kind of wish the chapters were sort of split into more parts. I don't want less detail, I don't want less information, I just want them broken up into sort of smaller chunks, because when they're long, you don't necessarily have time to finish it, really. Here, I'm trying to get ahead of the game, and I'm looking for inspiration for the start of term. I'm looking for art styles that inspire me, or images related to space objects, or perhaps even more directly related to the subjects I'm kind of interested in looking towards at the moment. I really love this book. It's just beautiful in general. I quite enjoy just flipping through it for fun. I believe it's what you call a good coffee table book. Yeah, I'm writing down notes on people and pictures that inspire me. So I didn't actually film much once I finished working, just making dinner, reading a little bit more, having a nice relaxing bubble bath, and then it's time for bed. So good night, everyone.